Hey yogis, today we're going to work on crow pose. So crows are really well known for their adaptability. So we are going to use this pose today to move out of negative thinking and soar into endless possibilities. No equipment is needed for this practice. Let's get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes together, sit to your heels, and relax the forehead down on the mat. And start to invite yourself into this space. Just feel your body against your mat. Feel the temperature in the room. Maybe any noises or sounds that you're hearing. And then tune in a little deeper towards the breath. Be that witness to your breath here. And watch the breath go in through the nose and out through the nose. Take about 3 more deep breaths. And see if you can find that smooth, deep, and even breath. So the inhales and the exhales become the same length. Good, let's come up to all fours. Separate the feet. Take a moment to thread the right arm, reach the right arm up, and then thread it behind the left wrist. Drop the right cheek down on the mat. Maybe today you'd like to walk your left arm forward and lift that elbow off the floor, coming onto your left fingertips. And continue to seek that smooth, deep, and even breath. On your next inhale, press down into the floor, lift the right arm up, and exhale, right hand down. On your inhale, left arm reaches high, and exhale, take the bind. Left cheek down on the mat, right arm reaches forward. Good, let's press down into that right hand, reach the left arm up, and exhale, left hand down. Let's press your seat back to child's pose again. But from here, we're going to start to move. So you're going to roll your shoulders forward like a tabletop, then curl the toes under, lift the hips high, down dog. Now we drop the knees down to the floor, sit yourself back to child's. And do this 5 times. Just starting to bring some more movement to the body. And see if you can connect the breath to the movement. Last one, we'll land in downward dog. Good, take a moment if you'd like to paddle out the feet. Sometimes I like to hold one heel down as I lift the other heel high for a few breaths and then switch. Make sure those fingers are spreading wide. Push down into the floor, see if you can get your tailbone up a little higher towards the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to inhale, roll forward into high plank. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Now you can keep your heels high for this whole thing, right? When you get back to down dog, you don't have to drop the heels. if that feels better. One more, inhale. Exhale, let's hold this down dog. See if you can reach both heels towards the ground. Externally rotate those upper arms. Internally rotate the lower arms. So when you draw your shoulders out and under, sometimes the thumb and index finger like to lift off the floor. So that's when you want to think an internal rotation, pressing your thumb and index finger down into the ground. Each and every knuckle is pressing into the floor. And then inhale, drop the knees. All right, so you're in tabletop position. We're gonna extend the right leg straight back. We'll reach the left arm forward. Find length here through the heel and the fingers. And then exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Maybe you can make them tap. And then inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Do that 5 times. Gonna get some strength in the core here. One more. Good. Hold the arm and leg long for 3 breaths. For 2. And 1. Exhale, release. All right, other side. Extend your left leg straight back. Reach the right arm forward. Find length. And then exhale, pull knee in as you tap elbow to knee 5 times. As you round in, try to keep the back of the neck long. So looking in towards that knee. And then hold that arm and leg straight. Reach, reach, reach for 3. And 2. And exhale, release 1. Good. And sway those hips a little bit side to side. That always feels really nice. Good, and then you're gonna come to your seat. Okay, so we're gonna do seated crow here. So if you bring your toes up, or your heels up rather, you're on your tippy toes, and draw your knees in towards your chest, sit up nice and tall, and then reach your arms forward. So I want you to think the knees to the back of the triceps, right? And if you can get this right here, because I'm really rounding, almost rounding through my spine, get this flexibility here, bend your elbows, and then bend your wrists so you flex your hands. This is the position you need when you're on your hands. Right, so just see if you can do that here. Maybe even lifting your feet up and balance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, from here, you're gonna extend your legs and arms, reach your fingers forward for Navasana. I'll take a few breaths here. Think of your chest lifting up towards your thighs. And let's go down to low boat. Press that lower back into the floor. Good, come back up, modified high boat. Knees into the chest. Now take your hands down behind you and we're gonna do some core work. Inhale, exhale, pull in. Okay, we'll go with 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep squeezing those knees together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Cross the ankles. Take your hands right down next to your hips. Lift your hips up. Walk your feet back, step them back. High plank position, right to down dog. And then walk your feet forward towards the hands. Once you get to the top of your mat, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold and hold. So you're gonna take your feet about hip distance apart. Grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold here. Pull yourself in to just shift the weight towards the toes. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, fold again. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands come down by your side. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up. Arms reach to the ceiling and exhale, forward fold over those legs. Inhale, flat back. Hands come down, step or hop back, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, lift the thighs and knees. Exhale, down dog. Take 5 deep breaths. Hips are firming in, inner thighs are engaged. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look between your hands, walk or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. From here, bend the knees. Reach up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Right away, chair twist. Take your left elbow outside your right thigh. Sit down low and try to bring your left ribs to the right side. Keep both of your knees even here. Inhale back through center. Chair twist to the left. Right elbow comes outside left knee. Now try to move your right ribs to the left side. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, forward bend. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hands come down, step or hop back, high, go into low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts up. Pull the knee into the chest, step the foot down, warrior one, reach up. Exhale, hands right back to the floor, right foot steps back, just take down dog. Other side, left leg lifts. Pull it in, step it forward, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, down dog. Good, now let's lift the right leg up again. Leg is straight, foot is flexed. Point the right toes. Now flex the right foot. Point the right toes and flex the right foot. Now point the toes, draw the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands, reach up, crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted, shoulders roll down, away from the ears. Good, take it into warrior two, spin that left heel down, reach your arms out wide. Good, and then you'll take your right forearm on the thigh, left arm comes up and over. Side angle A. Good, both hands come down to the floor, lift the back heel up, step it up halfway, flat back, look up, and exhale, fold. Try to keep your hips even, sometimes it helps. Take your hand on top of your sacrum, Just notice if it feels a little off. Probably is. You might be able to tell how to fix it with that awareness there. Good, look forward, step the left foot all the way back, bend the left knee down just for a little hip flexor stretch. Good, and then step right foot back, down dog. From here, left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Leg is straight, foot is flexed. And then point the left toes. Flex the left foot. Again, point the toes. And flex the foot. Draw the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Back heel is lifted and reach up. Shoulders on top of those hips. Just a few breaths here. Good, let's make it into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2, arms reach out, back heel spins down, right toes are now facing the long edge of your mat. And left forearm comes down on the thigh, right arm reaches up and over, find some length, reaching through those fingertips. Both hands come down to the frame of your left foot. Step your back foot up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest, step the right foot back a bit and drop the right knee down. Allow your hips to press forward or reach the crown of the head up. And then left foot steps back, down dog. All right, lift the heels, bend the knees, look between the hands, walk or float to the front. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your side. Okay, you're gonna take your feet as wide as your mat. You'll face the front, so I'm just gonna face you. And turn your toes out slightly. From here, take your hands behind your back. So the back of the palms, or the palms, I guess, are behind you, right? Okay, and so from here, you're gonna start to squat down in Malasana squat. Good, now you can stay with the elbows behind the knees. You wanna make this more challenging, take the elbows in front of the knees. You might have to move the wrist a little bit to make this mobility happen. And then start to press your elbows into the knees as you reach the crown of the head up. So it's stretching out the wrist a bit, but also in this shoulder rotator, getting a little mobility stretch. Good. And then let's take the right arm in front of the right shin if that's possible for you today and reach the left arm up. You can stay right there or take a bind. Reach the left arm behind you, reach for the left wrist and pull down on that wrist as you look up over that left shoulder. Good. And then take the left arm in front of the shin, right arm reaches up, stay right there, or take the bind, right arm goes behind your back. You reach for that right wrist and pull down on it. Good, and then let's release that. Take both hands to heart center, push your hands together and press your knees out with the elbows. Good, and then hands are gonna come on the floor and you're just gonna come to your knees. So I just wanna do a little bit of wrist work before we really get into the crow. Okay, so you're going to take your hands, you can come to all fours, but take your hands to east and west so the fingers are facing towards the long edges of the mat. And just start to shift weight from one hand to the next. And going back and forth. And then start to walk your fingers towards the knees. Still kind of going back and forth. All right, from here, your fingers are facing the knees. You're gonna start to press your seat back. I like to curl my toes under for this, and then press your seat forward. So back into the wrist. So start to press it back so the weight goes more into the fingers. Wrist might even lift off the mat, and then back forward. Do that a few times. You might want to hold it a little longer than what I'm doing. That's okay. Listen to your body as always. Good, and then you're gonna sit all the way to the heels, Vajrasana, and just shake out those wrists. Shake, shake, shake. All right, you guys ready to try it? All right, so from here, you're gonna come down. I'm gonna come like in a forward fold. Okay, so hands on the floor, your feet or your hands can be under blocks as well. You could try either. Might help just to get a little height. All right, from here, you're going to bring your heels together, toes apart. You'll lift the heels up and start to bend the elbows. As you start to feel the knees go behind the triceps, or on the triceps rather, okay? So once you get the knees on the triceps, you're gonna start to shift weight into your toes, into the wrist, and then see if you can lift one knee or foot up, release. See if you can lift the other foot up, release, and then maybe you wanna just sit for a moment and shake it out. We're gonna try again, okay? So then you come back, a little more crunched over this time. Knees into the triceps, lift the heels high, lift your seat even, so you can start to lean into your hands, lift one heel, then the other. See if you can bring your toes together to touch and hold it. Round through the spine, feel as if somebody is pulling you, like they have a string and they're pulling you from your navel up to the ceiling. That will really help you feel really weightless. So sometimes if you put all the weight and you're energetically moving downward, the pressure in the back of the arms is too intense. But if you can feel the strength in the core and activate your core muscles to lift up and think energetically everything lifting upward, it's gonna feel a lot lighter. Okay, so try that maybe one more time. Look forward, front of your hands. And then if you're still up, we'll shoot it back in 3. In 2. In 1, shoot it back. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I like to say in my classes, if you didn't get there, imagine yourself doing it. Your brain doesn't know any different. So next time you go to try, it's gonna think you've already done it, and it might be that much easier to accomplish. Good, so really good job. So to visualize a world of endless opportunities opening up in front of you. Let's lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and if you'd like to flip it all the way over and flip your dog, do so. Right arm reaches forward, press down into the feet, lift your hips up. And then right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Let's draw the knee behind the right wrist, turn the foot out and come to a pigeon prep. Extend the left leg straight back. Walk your hands back. You can always move this right ankle forward towards the front edge of the mat. And you can stay upright or you can fold over this right shin if that's more comfortable. And find that smooth, deep, and even breath again. Good, let's start to walk it back up. You're gonna turn over your left shoulder to the long edge of your mat and just bring your heel close. Take your left forearm down and reach the right arm up and over. Take a side bend. Good, and come back up, both hands to the front of your mat. Curl the left toes under, right back to down dog. The left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip. You can stay right there or flip it all the way over that right leg. Reach the left arm up and over. Pelvis is up towards the ceiling. And the left hand comes down, left leg lifts up. Pull the knee behind the left wrist, turn it out, and drop that shin down. Again, if you'd like to set up where the left shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat, that's okay. Flex the left foot if you do so, otherwise point the toes. Walk your hands back, lengthen, and stay here or fold forward. Good, start to walk yourself back upright. You'll turn over the right shoulder. Now right leg is straight, left knee is bent in. Right forearm can go down or just hand on the shin. Left arm reaches up and over. Inhale to center, both hands go to the front of the mat, step back down dog. From here, come forward to high plank. Let's lower super slow, 5 counts. Shift your way forward, lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Belly to the floor, point the toes. Interlace the fingers on top of your seat. Exhale the breath. Inhale, lift. Reach the fist back, lengthen the back of the neck. Shouldn't be any wrinkles in the back of the neck. And see if you can get your hands up higher, away from your seat. Reach it back towards the feet. Good, and then release. Right cheek comes to the mat. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, forehead to the mat. Exhale, lift up. Do you want, you can bring the big toes together. If you have no lower back pain, that's a great idea. Get those thighs off the floor. And then exhale, left cheek to the mat, relax. Then you're gonna bend your knees, reach for your ankles. For Dhanurasana, if that doesn't work, just reach back for the ankles. Exhale the breath. Inhale, lift. See if you can get those big toes together to touch. And then release. The other cheek comes to the mat again. We'll do that one more time. Bend the knees, reach for the feet. Exhale the breath. Inhale, lift. Maybe you can get those toes higher. Roll to the front of the abdomen, or the top of the abdomen. And then release, other cheek down. Good. Press yourself up and come down to a seated position. Extend the legs out in front. We're gonna try Marichyasana ski. So you're gonna draw your right knee into your chest. Your heel can be about a fist distance away from your right sit bone. Okay, so the full expression of this is taking the left arm outside the right knee, taking a bind behind your back. If that doesn't work for you, you're gonna wrap your left arm around the shin. Right hand comes out at your sacrum and just start to twist. Look over your right shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Flex the left foot. Good. Inhale to center, extend your right leg. Bring your left knee up into the chest. Again, you can either take the arm outside of the tricep, or outside of the knee, or you wrap your arm around the shin. Okay? If you're taking the bind, bend your elbow and reach for that hand with your left hand. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure you're not like rounding. It's a little difficult for me today. But root down through the sit bones, reach up through the crown of the head. If you have the bind, press the knee back into the arms, so your knee's not totally going across the midline. Okay, come through center. And we'll take fish pose. So you're gonna take your forearms down on the floor, reach the crown of the head backwards. If your head doesn't touch, lower your elbows a little more, point the toes in the opposite direction. Do you want to take flying fish in our theme of soaring? You can lift the feet and hands. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, release it down. Or hug your right knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Draw it across your body, maybe scooting the hips slightly to the right. Right elbow comes out to the side. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. And bring the right knee back to the chest, and then release the leg long. Other side, left knee hugs in. Scoot the hip, drop the knee. And turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Good, come back through center. Give it one more squeeze. And then let's release both legs long towards the edges of the mat. Let your hands be a few inches away from the body so you can take up some space here. Palms facing up. The shoulders away from ears. Really make yourself completely comfortable. And rest here in your final relaxation, Shavasana. Take at least 5 minutes for yourself before you get up and go on with your day. Take some time here to visualize those endless opportunities that are right in front of you. Namaste, yogis.